Everything is waking up in the garden, including my generous gardener rose, and all these twigs look like a big mess. So, huge reshuffling of stems this year. Well, it's all good, my dear gardeners. Hello, Olga Carmody with you, and today I'm going to make an order out of all this twig mess. Let's begin. It's going to be a good video. And this year it is going to be slightly different with Generous Gardener. I believe last year I didn't have to take a lot of stems out. And this year also I see only one on one side, big one. But that's a main stem which is going all the way down there. You see that one? It is too old, and I will show you the stem. So I do have to need to reshuffle everything and tie it in there because there would be an empty spot there. Plus also look at this one long stem which went all the way into my tree. What I'm going to do, I will try to bend it, which is a problem with Generous Gardener. It is a large blooming climber with stiff stems, and once they are mature, those stems, they're not growing, it's going to be probably impossible, but I'm going to try to bend this stem out of here, and I direct it there. Not sure if it's possible, but we will see. We can always try, right? All right, step number one. Take every diseased old wood. So here, look at this. This one was a main stem, meaning very important stem, because it was going all through the border from my construction here. So it was carrying a lot of blooms, you see there. But unfortunately, it is old. Look at this. It's not going to blossom well, so I have to trace it all the way to the bottom here and try to cut it out and try to get rid of this stump. Not sure if I will be successful. You see how old this one is? So that's number one, and I'm not thinking that this stem has all the good growth on top of it. No. I'm just cutting it out. Rose will produce new shoots and they will bear better blooms. And on this side, look here, you see this? Also, a very important stem has to be taken out as well. Look how old it is. And it has so many shoots coming out in all sorts of direction. It's not worth it to keep it. Look, it's getting dead at the end right here. You see? The new one is so much greener. So I have to trace it all the way down here and cut it. So big reshuffling, because now this area is going to be empty and I have to bend all the flexible, not so flexible in spring now, some stems and make them go this direction. So let's do that. And my go-to tools for doing a good job of rose pruning in spring is just saw and secateurs. And some of you were asking why I'm not using loppers. You know what? Some gardeners do, I just don't like them because they're not precise and very often they damage the neighboring stems. So I guess it's a preference. If I would have problem many roses, I would be doing loppers and will be just cutting everything left and right. But for now, in my garden, these are the best. You know what? This branch is old too. What do I do about it? You know what? I'm not going to cut it all the way to the bottom because there is a super long and good branch going all the way down there. So I'm going to cut it right here. And probably the demise of this fairly good branch is this, you see, this big wound which didn't heal, and it just brought to the demise of the stem prematurely. So I will cut just underneath that wound. And all this top growth has to go with it. Hold on. And look at this old branch. So first year we just have a bare branch, right? In the fall, rose just shoot out nice beautiful stem. Then next year in spring we have buds here and they are creating shoots, they create roses. A year after that we trim those shoots, you see, to this distance, and then there are extra ones being created. Again, division is happening. And then again, so till your rose stem main stem looks like this, and then it's time to go. Oh my gosh, look at this. Okay. So far, this is the only stem I'm taking out from this side, and I have to cut all of this. All right, this side. This main stem has to go. I'm collecting my nice ties. The first step is done, the dead wood is out. Not the dead, the old wood is out. And there is some dead stuff here, but I'm going to face it later. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to untie every stem here, lay it down if it wants to lay down, and bring all the back healthy stems to the front. So that's step number 2. Ooh. And since roses cannot climb by themselves, they don't have tendrils, they only have prickles, some are stronger than others, we help them climb, right? And because we are helping them, we can direct where we want rose to bloom. For example, me, I want my rose to go into this direction, and then I don't want my rose to go on the roof where it wants to go towards the sun. I want it to go towards the window near our dining area here. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to direct these beautiful stems, and look, all the buds are ready to leaf out. And this new shoot will create all the beautiful blooms. It's going to be so beautiful. To make my job a little bit easier, I'm going to do a next step together with redirecting the stems. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to shorten all these side shoots. You see, this is a main stem, and this is probably a 2 years old stem. You see all the growth coming out of it. I'm going to shorten it to 6 inches probably, and if there are divisions, I will keep them. Some would be shorter, some would be longer. This is small, anything, you see something like this. This goes out, and this, you see, this is dead, so I'm trimming it all together. So my stem is going to look something like this. And you see this one decided to become long. I'm going to find the bud here, and this is how this side will be. So to make my job easier, this is what I'm going to do with all the main stems, and this way it will be easier for me to redirect them. Generous gardener really doesn't want to bloom when the stems are down, so probably everything which is going down, there would be just greenery, which is fine with me as long as there is a beautiful splash of color. You see these young stems? They're going, all of them are going to produce side shoots, and this area will be just beautiful. All right, let me take care of that big long one. Hopefully I would be able to train it into this direction if I cannot bend it and bring it from underneath the arch. That is such a good, long, thick, healthy stem. All the tree protected it from winter damage, and it looks really good. It's going to blossom very well, so I'm going to tie it in. All right, this side looks good. It looks awkward right now, but I always say that one stem will create a tube of growth. And by the way, it's time for these to go. I'm going to do cleaning on that side, shortening of all the shoots, and we'll retrain all the stems on this side as well. This stem is too old. It sustained a damage here. Out it goes all the way here. Good. Now let's move this stem down. Oh my gosh, what is the, oh, there's a tie. Oh, I have to cut it. I can't untie it, so let it be cut. So I want to bring this one down. Oh, what a mess. Let me cut it. Oh, where would I do this? This is, you know what? I'm going to substitute. This shoot is so crooked. So I'm substituting the side shoot for the main one. You see this big one? Stuck between the branches. Here we go. Look how nice and long it is. So here, this one is going to be tied down lower. Let me get the ties. Oof. And I do all my cuts just about the bud. You see right here? Just like that. All of them. So everything just above the bud, and I cut it. And by the way, the only problem with these branches, which spent the whole winter being upwards, when you bend them in spring, they start blossoming a little bit later, maybe a week and a half. So that can create gaps in blooms at the beginning of June when everything comes into crescendo. Ooh, one stem is not blooming, it's coming a little bit later. So probably I suspect it will happen to some of the stems here. And the pruning is ready. Look how nice and managed everything looks. Let me show you around. So the mass is huge, everything is laying all over the place. Major cleaning is due. And look at my beautiful, generous gardener. I'm a little bit unsettled about this empty thing. Maybe I will train this stem here in the middle, because it looks a little bit empty. Or maybe, you know what? I will bend this stem a little bit further. All right, and look, everything is tied in. There will be a beautiful growth on this side, all the new stems. Oh my, everything looks good. And in case if you're interested how I fertilize my rose on such a small space, you see right here near the house, I will show it in my next video. And also I will be taking care after all the roses in the containers, doing all the maintenance on them as well. Be well, dear gardeners, and I will see you in our next video. Happy gardening!